how's it going? Hello, hello. Guess what? I got the YouTube thing to work this time. How fucking crazy is that? Hi, SSA Vale, welcome in. Thanks so much for being here, you guys. You might notice the whiteboard is, it's a little dirty. Can you see that? Hold on. Yeah, I couldn't quite clean it. I'm so sorry. But thank you so much to everyone who is here, including those over on YouTube who are actually able to see it for fucking once. Oh my god. I didn't change anything, by the way. Nothing. Not a single setting. I logged out and logged back in again, and it didn't work. And then today it just spontaneously decided to work. I don't fucking know. Jayhawk, hello, saying Xbox players got access to Helldivers 2 today with a Halo ODST crossover in game, and the next week we had a huge new content update. Good times, good times. Does anyone, okay, can I get an honest opinion on Xbox Game Pass? Cash Cow said you turned it off and back on again. I turned it off and back on again yesterday, and it didn't fucking work. And today, today, I don't fucking know. I guess it spontaneously decided, you know what, we're gonna give Diana a break because she's been working so hard and she hasn't eaten all day. I brought my ramen, by the way, because I haven't eaten all day. Anyway, let me get you guys on the board, the dirty board, the board of subscribers over on Twitch. Zactivate says maybe it was cash weird, who knows? That's true. I'm not good at handling my cash. Anyway, SSA Vale, here we are, saying doesn't matter until someone tells you to turn it off. I guess I just needed to like have someone who has big IT experience in the chat, and then just having that oversight made it work. Crooked Rook, hello. Also, hi Aria, welcome back. Bob McSnizzle, hopefully you can make out your name amidst all these black marks here. Here we are, McSnizzle, thank you so much for the subscription. What month is now? 5th month. Welcome back. Also, SSA Vale, hello, _ Vale. Welcome back for your 16th month, which is wild. Thank you so much. Remus Jedman says Xbox Game Pass is totally worth it if you're too broke to afford the AAA games on launch and you want to play smaller titles or older titles. How is it on PC though? Is the library still decent? Is it okay? Also, Droidian says I'm not good at handling my cash either. Yeah, I didn't clear my cache. I didn't do shit. I didn't do anything. It just decided to work, and you know what? I'm not gonna look a gift stream in the mouth. Now, says as a person with a vague IT experience, when someone says they turned it off and on and didn't resolve their issue, I immediately become skeptical that they know how to turn it off and on again. Also, Brosidian says, Diana, do you want a Dr. Pepper? Always, dude. It's slowly become one of my favorite sodas, and I used to be like a die-hard root beer girly. So, also, forgive my greasiness. It's incredibly hot in here. The flat fire is also very close to where I am, to Bend. That's not doxing myself. Everyone knows I live in Bend, but it's fucking, so it's been just smoky and deceptively overcast because of the smoke, but also incredibly, it's like 75 in my apartment, which doesn't go well with the fact that I have a fucking furnace at my feet. So forgive my greasiness, it's because I'm hot in every way imaginable. Blink2622, welcome in, and Drodane, thanks for the 5 gifted subs, that is amazing! Helping out the community, making sure people don't have to sit through ads on Twitch. I'm so sorry to disrespect your name with the fact that I couldn't fully clean this whiteboard. I didn't have time. Let's see. Sergeant Shenanigans says, oh my god, a root beer queen. Hi. Also, hello to Philip over on TikTok. Tabletop Nerd Josh, who says what's poppin', people over on YouTube. And let's see. Casp says, whoa, we chat here, Twitch. Wait, hold on. We chat here. Twitch lost 29% in viewers because of botting. Thankfully, I think it happened in the last 48 hours. Yesterday's stream was actually one of my record ones, which is proof, if anything, that your girl doesn't have bots in her channel, and she only has amazing human beings like yourselves. Stella Labella, hi, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow over on Twitch. Same with C. Rodness. Rod! Hello, hi. I forget, do you go by Rod? You go by Rodney, don't you? Desmond, hello! Thank you so much for the hydrate. I can do that. Let's see, Cashcal said it's not a dirty board, it's a board that's seen some things. It's a board that's been through some shit. Also, HT, thanks for the 5 gifted subs as well to get us onto the hype train level 3. That is amazing, thank you guys so much. Holy shit. Lady Alpha says, what's your favorite soda? So normally root beer. However, I will stand by the fact that there is a very specific subset of cranberry ginger ale that I love, specifically in wintertime, specifically for the purpose of making Moscow mules. And that is the one exception. Other than that, root beer. I'm a root beer girly. Let's see. But, Rodney, perfect, solid. I was like, do I call you Rod or is that weird? I don't know. Anyway, hello, good to have you guys. Everyone say hello to Rodney, who is one of the amazing cast members of Venture Forth, which is a fantastic fucking podcast has an even more fantastic business card, by the way. That shit is sleek. It is nice. Also in the Discord, so be sure to say hi. Let's see. Lady Alpha says, interesting. Love root beer as well. I feel like there was a phase in early middle school, late elementary school, where everyone absolutely loved root beer and chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream. And like, there were no exceptions. No one liked anything else. If you asked a random middle schooler what their favorite shit was in either of those two categories, that was it. Rodney says that board has seen things. It truly has. Cloud Envy, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. HT, let me get you on the board. H_T. There we are. ×5. Thanks for being here. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for the gifted subs for everyone. Rodney says hello. Also, I did bring my food. I don't think I'll have a chance to eat it. I got my special chopstick. These are my plates, by the way. Have I shown you guys my plates? I'm so proud of these plates. They're from Pottery Barn, and they have like that stoneware type vibe and like that dark look, which I have in my entire apartment. It's black, wood grain and wood patterns, a little bit of basket weave in the living room for the sake of holding blankets and things like that, and then green. My entire apartment is put out like that, or is decorated like that. I also have black chopsticks with like a little bit of gold. Gold as an accent. Oh man, it's nice stoneware too. I really like it. It's like the first big girl stoneware that I got that wasn't plates that I stole from a college dorm, you know, dining hall. Cashel said you almost got food sent to you. It would have been saved till tomorrow or waste or something like that. The thing is, I can't go grocery shopping because PAX West is coming up. Speaking of PAX West, guys, PAX West is coming up. How fucking crazy is that? Oh my god, it's so soon. And we get to like, oh my god, it's so nice because it's in the Pacific Northwest, right? I'm on a panel, which I'll tell you about in a sec. I get to drive there. There is a slight problem with our housing in that the housing situation that we were originally gonna go with has a water problem and we are working on it. Shout out to Natalie from the Storyteller Squad for specifically working on it. But if you ignore all that, it's gonna be so much fun. And I haven't actually looked at what's happening yet because I'm still in Gen Con recovery, but let's take a look at the website here in a sec. If anyone's gonna go, let me know. Jordan says, so vodka's your favorite soda? I feel like I shouldn't answer that without my lawyer present. Anyway, Bob Nicksnizzle says, Earn Brew is the best soft drink and I will die on that hill. Earn Brew? That sounds like a parody of a soda. Anyway, HC says, just sharing the level, playing Witcher 3. Got some birthday money early. Have I told you guys the fact that I've never played The Witcher 3? And I haven't played 2 either, but I have 1 and 2, the enhanced edition. The thing is, I tried to play 1 forever ago, but it's so old as a game that the controls are really archaic, and it's not up to modern standards when it comes to like, you know, if WASD versus arrow keys, like that's the level that we're at with regards to gameplay differences. And I tried to play games in order. My brain will get set on fire if I don't play games in order, so I have to play 1, 2, and 3. The thing is, 1 is so fucking old and so difficult to play, controls-wise, that I couldn't get through it. Then I couldn't get to 2 because I didn't finish 1, and then I couldn't get to 3 because I didn't finish 1, but I have all 3 of them. But here's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on them to remake 1 because I heard a rumor forever ago, widely unconfirmed by the way, that they're going to be remaking it and CD Projekt Red might do that at some point. So that's what I'm waiting on instead of just bucking up and getting through it. Crayhack says, Dinah, I didn't fall asleep during D&D this week. We stay winning. Hey! Also, Azusa says I'm a Seattle local, but not going this year. Oh man. However, Rockhopper says it's their first PAX ever. Fuck yeah. W. Gabinus. Hi, welcome in. Also, T. Sachi, thank you for being here. Thanks for being a sub. Let me add you to the board. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh my god. We're good. We're good. Oh god. Do you ever have to like focus so hard to not like just absolutely launch germs everywhere? Iron Brew says Indiana Cornbread Nerd, which is an amazing username on YouTube, who says, oh, you can have them both in copper steins or mugs. Iron Brew is what they call Earn Brew. Oh my gosh. Also, let's see. Someone asked, am I streaming tomorrow? I am. I don't know how late I'm gonna go because I'm leaving early on Thursday to do like a whole ass leg up to Seattle. I'm doing it in one go, which is a 6-hour drive. And so I might leave a little bit early on Wednesday, so that way, I don't know. Still considering it, so that way I can pack and get everything going. But not a lot to pack or anything like that. I don't have to take suitcases into consideration. I can just throw a bunch of shit in my car. The Mana Stone says, I love that drive. Yeah, I try not to take I-5 specifically because it's like, It's just boring. It's like a soul-sucking drive, but I get to go through the high desert, which is quite nice. Bobby Sizzle, hello, hello. Thank you so much for showing off the newest emote in chat for those who are here for the hype train. Crooked Rook says, Urn Brew is considered the second national drink of Scotland. What the fuck? Urn Brew? Is it gonna do that thing? It's gonna do that weird thing where it's like, hey, you're a robot, right? Hold on. Ravage over on TikTok says you are amazing. Thanks, you're amazing. Oh my god. Urn Brew. This reminds me of that one drink that someone sent me that was like, oh god, was it Colombian? It was supposed to taste almost like pineapples in a sense. Let me get this screen a little bit bigger as well, because it's quite small. You guys need to see the entirety of what the fuck we're looking at. This looks like Scottish Fanta. I'm not gonna lie to you. Where is it right now? Where's my cursor? Here we are. Why does this guy look so upset drinking it? Is he okay? This also looks a little bit like, it's got the same vibe as like the Prime protein shakes, which makes me think that it's one of those like dude bro things. Like a dude bro drink. Is it good? There's no indication here as to what it's supposed to taste like, mind you. Jordan says the high desert is absolutely gorgeous. It is, hopefully I can make it. I actually didn't check the wildfire map. So we'll find out. Zunist says it has rust in it, or haggis. Is that like liquid haggis? That doesn't sound great, but I don't judge. I should. I don't. The Forsaken says, hi, I love your videos, but this is my first stream. Welcome in. Normally we talk about things that aren't Iron Brew, but now I'm just curious. What is it actually? I mean, this man looks quite proud of it. Look at this guy. This is like the dichotomy of Scotland right here. Why? I can't get over it. What? It's a whiskey sour? Oh no, this is a recipe that someone used to make it into a whiskey sour. It's bright orange, but there's no indication as to what gives it that color. Urn Brew has been long since been the most popular soda from Scotland. It's difficult to describe. It's knowingly difficult to describe. Not just as it's iron, obviously. Someone says it's like moxie. I've always thought that moxie was like a term for being like, I don't know, what's the term? Like proud of yourself or something like that? Or having like the moxie to do something or to be full of, you have spunk, you know? The other spunk. Urn Brew says it's a great name for a TTRPG. It really is. There's some fucking cool TTRPG names out there. I was talking the other day about the concept of different games that are like, you know, Forged in the Dark games from Blades in the Dark, or that are, oh my gosh, what do you call it? I'm losing my mind. This is what happens when I don't eat. It's the Year Zero system, for example, for Mutant Year Zero. Anyway, we were gonna talk about PAX. Good old Harold says, I've had it, it's pretty good. It's like Fanta, but a bit more licorice-like, but without straight sugar. Oh, okay. Bubble Bath, welcome back for your 60th stream in a row. Also, DBC wants me to eat. I can do that. I can take a little nibble. This is the carbonara flavored bulldog ramen, but because I'm a wimp and not as Latina as I claim to be, I guess, and my genetics failed me, I didn't add a lot of the the spicy packet. You can tell it's pale. This and my dating pool have a lot in common. There's like no spice in it. J-Huck says Moxie's a high charisma stat. Oh, Goya Cola. Is that what we were talking about? No, it wasn't. What were we talking about? I need to get this poor man off my screen. We also need to talk about PAX at some point. What did it say? As the drink did not contain much iron, nor was it brewed, the passage of this legislation, it was forced to change the drink. Oh, it was sold as Iron Brew. But there was a law that came out in 1946 that made it so that you have to name something in the basis of it being literally true, and because it didn't have iron, they had to change it to Urn Brew. It beats Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and Fanta, and sells 20 cans every second throughout Scotland. I kind of want to get some. Can I get some? Hold on. Amazon. Amazon, save me. Urn Brew. Oh my god, you can only get it in massive. Oh no, this works. Kind of. Maybe. Potentially. Huh. It'd be like $32 to get it. It's just not as appealing without the pained look on that man's face. Dr. MMR Coda says it's hands down the best bulldog flavor. I also added extra cheese and stuff too. So, Vigor X, welcome in. Same with Outlandish. Hi, welcome in. Jayhawk says Moxie is also a soft drink. Moxie. Moxie. A movie. A person's courage or determination. Oh, Moxie beverages. Holy shit, this is just the exact same thing, but less Scottish. It's the Maine state soft drink? Why does this man look so serious? What is with men and selling sodas in like the most intense way possible? Hold on, here we go, soda. Internet, please. There we go. Maine loves Moxie. Oh, it's ancient. Yeah, look at this. This looks like the type of soda that you need to drink underneath a 1984-esque government system that will make it so you need to get all your nutrients through this one can every day. And if you don't do it, Big Brother's gonna fucking, like, force you to. Rolling Reggie says PNW represent. Hello, Outlander says hello, just lurker. Hello, welcome in. DBC said, damn, I could go for some udon right now. This is a hot take. I actually don't like udon that much. It's not my favorite. Speaking of food, you guys have to give me your food recs for PAX West. I'm gonna get to this PAX West segment if it fucking kills me. So, for those who don't know, PAX West is this weekend. It is gonna be Friday through Monday over the course of Labor Day weekend, and it's up in Seattle, Washington. It's amazing. If you don't know what PAX is, it's essentially a convention that is very, like, video game and tabletop game focused. There are both, and PAX West actually does a really good job of dividing the two, so that way you have all of the video game and tech stuff in one building and then the tabletop stuff in another. There's competitions. A friend of mine won a medal at PAX East this year playing Tower, what is it called, Towerfall or something like that? But there are special guests, including yours truly, that are gonna be here. Where am I? Yeah, Diana Faye. Who the fuck else is gonna be here? They updated it. Oh my god, amazing. Hell yeah. Okay, Ben Starr, of course. He's been at the top for forever. There's a lot of Claire Obscure voice actors that are gonna be here. Concerned Ape is gonna be here. Oh man, Iffy, of course. He's also gonna be at PAX Aus, for those who are gonna be in Australia. Man, there's a lot of like voice actors who are up and coming, and fighting game content creator, Maximilian Dude, never heard of him. MC Frontalot. I love his getup. Okay, solid. A lot of BG3 people. Last year, the Baldur's Gate 3 team had a basically like 1 year anniversary party that I got invited to, which was quite nice. TNC says, is it crazy that my D&D found 4 Celestial? No, I did not fight them. Well, it's crazy that you didn't fight them. Also, Stella, hey, saying for longtime fan, first time catching a stream live. Lovely to have you. Thanks for being here. Let's see. We're just going over the PAX essentially like lineup while I post that I'm online, because I realized I forgot to do that on Instagram. Oopsies. Come join. Because that's usually, I have to remind people that I go live quite often, and I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just not good at marketing myself. All right, that's all set. Chris is gonna be there. Chris Perkins from Dare to Press. I love how they list that first. Oh, hey. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of friends here actually. Oh man, and me. I need to change my headshot so bad, dude. Oh my god. Voice actor for Life is Strange. Let's see. Games Done Quick, of course. Jackbox Games, of course. Usually, the PAX like areas will have a giant Jackbox stage. CBC said, Frontalot, he's been rocking the headlamp since the 99. Wait, is that actually a thing? Also, Jayhawk says, yo, MC Frontalot, now I'm bummed I can't go. Not like it was in the cards this year anyway. Also, Hookshot says, I'll see you at PAX Aus. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm excited for that one. Let's see. But yeah, they usually have a giant stage that you can walk past, and you can just sit down and start playing Jackbox with a huge amount of people. They ask you to keep it a little bit PG, so it's not your usual Jackbox game, but it's quite fun. Reaper, hey! Hello! Also, Draconia says, God, I want to go to PAX West, but it's so expensive. I'm paying back people who help me go to PAX East. I feel like the badges for PAXs are a little bit less than I'm used to, at least because I go to like Gen Con and other conventions that are upwards of $100 to however many dollars. PAX Unplugged is usually a little bit more affordable. I think it was $99 for a 3-day pass this year. Don't quote me on that, I could be wrong. You can get to all of the PAX, like, oh my god, what do you call it? Sites through the normal PAX site. So if you just scroll down, usually it'll say, yeah, East, Aus, and Unplugged. That being said, housing is always a little bit tough in Seattle, but if you get friends together, it can be a lot of fun. I'm staying with the Storyteller Squad. And also being able to drive helps. Scotty's gonna be there! I didn't know Scotty was coming! Oh, fuck yeah! Oh, they didn't change his last name. That's amazing. Scotty's a wonderful human being who's actually getting into tabletops as well. The Storyteller Squad, of course. TK, of course, amazing human being who is a very well-known, like, essentially, like, announcer for, especially at PAX's. An announcer who does, like, competitive announcing. Jayhawk says, fuck B-Shred. Also, Aria says, do you have fun or is it exhausting? The PAXs are actually a little bit more fun for me and a lot less exhausting, mostly because the fact that they include video games makes it so it's a lot easier for me to actually wander around and play games and have fun. Where if it's just a tabletop gaming convention, I do get a little bit tired just doing straight networking the whole time. Hookshot says, Vic Tran, amazing person. If you get to talk to her about marketing, would it be worth it? I was actually, I think at PAX West last year, I was on a panel with her about marketing, so I know exactly where you're coming from. Amazing human being, she's super nice. Paul the Map Guy says, my retired neighbors are playing bag/cornhole in their backyard. Should I yell, hell yeah, gamers out the window next time one of them makes a shot? I don't know if it's like golf where they'll like murder you if you interrupt their shot, but possibly. Anyway, Reaper at Overwatch, thank you so much for the sub at tier 1. Hello, hello. Oh my god, you're a first time sub too. Holy shit. Welcome in. It's great to see you. You have a very long name, so I'll do my best. Reaper says, gift has been delivered. Thank you so much. It does help a lot, especially as we gear up towards PAX. Watch. Here we go. I will also say I get a lot of marketing emails and press stuff, being a press badge holder essentially, or a media badge holder at PAX. So I get a lot of emails on things that are coming up and a lot of spots to do special demos. Some of the ones that I'm really excited for in particular are, let me see, it's Awakened Realms, I believe. So it's gonna be all the way the fuck down here. Atari, Astragon. No, where is it? Hold on. Oh no, they're sharing a booth with someone else. Awakened. Maybe it's listed? It might not be listed. Damn it. Because they're sharing a booth with someone else, so it might not be on here. That's okay. Awakened Realms are the people who do Tainted Grail, which is amazing. It's both a video game and a board game, both of which are fan-fucking-tastic. So they said, hey, you know, if you want to come say hi. I was like, I actually am a really big fan of your game, and I've been playing it for a very long time, so I don't need a Steam code or anything, but I'm gonna come say hi and congratulate you guys because you do good shit. So that should be fun. Woke Realms. Awakened Realms. Let me see if I can... Awakened Realms. Here we are. Oh, Awakened. Sorry. Singular. Not awakened. Sorry. Present tense, not past tense. Yeah, so they do a bunch of amazing tabletop games. Specifically, where is it? Tainted Grail. Kings of Ruin and Fall of Avalon. Kings of Ruin is kind of like almost like a sequel. I have both of them. I actually did a little bit of a late backer thing as a almost Kickstarter type vibe, but they just put out the video game. We actually played it on stream as well, but it's the same story. It's so cool. The combat's really intuitive. I like it a lot. Trevor Riley, hey, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. But you have a bunch of bigger games companies here as well. Crimson Desert I saw was doing some cool stuff. There's also this one game, oh, Larian, of course. Dude, they have the most insane booth. Holy shit. They have a booth that just looks like a giant, almost like a castle that has a nautiloid like just floating over it. It's crazy. Hookshot says shared booths, the necessary compromises we make in the 2025 economy. True. Path of Exile 2? Yeah, here's the other one. Ocean Drive is doing God Save Birmingham, which is essentially, it's like a game where you can, I demoed it a little bit at PAX East, but it's a game, oh, you can buy it already? No way. Here, let me do this. It's essentially a game where you play in old, like, fucking England, and the zombie apocalypse is actively happening. And it's an incredibly, like, realistic sort of game where you can full-on break down different wooden structures and use them to create your own, like, tools and materials and things like that. You have a lot of physics behind every single one of your swings. It's super cool. Johnny Vibbis says, what's your opinion on Cracker Barrel changing their logo? I've never been to a Cracker Barrel. It's not a thing around here, I guess. I mean, maybe it is in parts of Oregon? Not any parts I'm familiar with. So I'm afraid I have no opinions. Is it really that big of a deal? Wait, I thought that was a joke. Also, Jordan says, God Save Birmingham was really fun, but clearly needed a bit of fine-tuning. Yeah, we're not even in early access yet. I did ask them about that, because they were like, hey, do you want to come demo this game at our booth as part of, like, a large press push? Also, E. McKenna, welcome back for your third stream in a row. And I was like, well, I demoed it at East. Do you guys have new things, and they said, yeah, actually, we've got some new stuff coming up. So that's kind of exciting. I'll demo it and I'll let you know what I think afterwards. Also, oh no, it's Lino says this. Someone from just outside of Birmingham, don't save it. It ain't worth it. Jesus. Oh, there we go. That's the right thing. They also do Veil of the Witch, which I haven't really gotten into because it didn't seem like my type of game as much. Wizards of the Coast, of course, is going to be there. Let me see what else. There's a lot of friends that are going to be there. Sphinx Stationery, one of my most amazing, like fantastic, most wonderful, most favorite companies in the entire tabletop space is going to be there. If you don't know who Sphinx Stationery is, Sphinx Stationery. She's actually, Alyssa, the owner of the company, is Australian. So this is like your only time to actually see her in the States. And she does these amazing journals. I have a bunch of them. They're just buried right now that are perfect for if you're a D&D player or a DM. They are absolutely fucking fantastic. They have these dry erase, wet erase inside covers, folders, tabs to show you everything you need. You can build out an entire world using them. And then same with the campaign notes if you're on the player side. It has, this isn't an ad. I've done an ad for them before. It is genuinely a good product though. I did it for free because I was like, this is fucking cool. And it basically has your entire character sheet on the inside cover, as well as all of your current quests, your inventory. It makes it incredibly easy to like track. So she's gonna be there and she's gonna have a booth, which is really fucking amazing. I'm excited. We're gonna try and grab a drink or something because she's just so cool. Let's see. Cephalofair is gonna be there. Of course, they do a couple board games, none of which I've played yet, but Child's Play will also be there, naturally. They're amazing. I'm gonna be doing a little bit of a charity stream with them later on. Cookie Brigade does genuinely amazing cookies. Critical Kit does a couple of different various like smaller sort of tabletop games. Dice Throne, just really fun. Dispel, of course, because they're everywhere and they're amazing. They do those like gorgeous dice that they pull out of a glass case and show off to you to make sure you like it. Mike Hernandez says Lyrian is the Baldur's Gate 3 peeps, right? Yeah, they're the Baldur's Gate 3 people. They are the Divinity Original Sin people from before Baldur's Gate 3 was a thing. Robert Ross also says, I've been playing D&D for about 30 years. I love the direction the younger generation has taken my favorite game and pastime. Your content is great. Proud of you all. Thank you. Oh my God, thank you. I always love talking to people who've been in the game for super long too, especially when they don't have a super negative outlook on the concept that we're taking it in more of a storytelling direction. Reaper at Overwatch says, will we be getting a haul of new D&D merch upon return? I feel like I'm starting to cap out on the amount of merch that I'm getting because a lot of these companies, I love them to death. A lot of them I've talked to before and gone ahead and bought things that I want to buy from them. So unless they come out with, here we are, something new, then, which a couple of these guys are going to, like, I think I'm looking for, yeah, of course, Dungeon Artist. Now that I'm in Magic the Gathering a little bit more, I'm definitely going to come home with some more Magic the Gathering stuff. But you know, it depends on what I come across. I might buy some new dice from Dispel. They also might just give me dice. Free League just has me on their press list, so I don't tend to buy things because they just end up giving it to me. Gameswell is gonna be there. I forgot about that. The people at P&W, oh my God, they're amazing. Also, hi, oh my God, Project Medusa is here, coming in from Blizz's charity stream. Hello, how'd the game go? How'd it go? Also, we're talking about, oh, thank you for whoever did the shout out. You beat me to it. We're talking about PAX West. We're getting hyped because it's this weekend. If you guys haven't already, please go follow Project Medusa TTRPG, not just because they're an amazing company, an amazing group run by the amazing Versace Co. and Co., but I will be featured on that channel as a GM for the first time ever, my first time ever publicly GMing over on September 20th. Between now and then, though, you can find amazing games being played basically every weekend, I believe, if not throughout the week. I haven't looked at the exact schedule because I've been busy, but go check out their channel, check out their schedule. It's all going towards a fantastic cause, which is going to be helping our friend Blizz kind of just like stay comfy and cozy, not have to worry about shit while he's going through chemotherapy for his lymphoma? I've already forgot. I think it's lymphoma. Yeah, lymphoma. It would have been. Lee Kong Do. Hi, welcome in. Sangrolo. Hey, hello. And Johnny Infamous also wanted me to hydrate. Sachi says you haven't packed yet? That's okay. I haven't packed yet either. It's a small con. It's fine. It's totally fine. I'm not packing till the night before. I'm also driving though, so dude, Sachi, I don't know if you'll find this entertaining. I'm staying with the Storyteller Squad, and we were supposed to be in the tower, which is like 1 to 2 blocks away from it's a large building, which is the only reason I'm saying this online. And also, it might not happen anymore because apparently the place we were supposed to stay has water damage, so we gotta find an alternate plan, which is crazy. We're just finding this out now, and by we I mean Natalie. Let's see. Shelly says I had to cancel my PAX West trip. Why? Oh shit. I'm sorry. Also, Strange Miniature says, technically, if you don't sleep, you don't have to change your clothes, right? There you go. PAX West is honestly a lot more relaxed for me. Someone asked how the convention is different pre-content creation versus post-content creation. I don't know. I actually never went to a single convention before I was a content creator, so I didn't know that most of them existed, but now that I'm in it, I'm helping spread the good word. Sachi says I'm flying out of Arizona on Thursday, so driving to Phoenix tomorrow. Oh, shit. How long is that drive? Oh god. Also, It's a Me Finn over on TikTok says, I made my own version of your giant DM screen. No fucking way. Oh, that's awesome. If you post it anywhere, be sure to tag me. I want to see it. Also, let's see. Shelly says, come to find out my flight wasn't fully confirmed, so now the flights are well over 1K and I can't make that happen. Jesus. I'm so sorry. That's fucking awful. I feel like travel should not be as insanely difficult as, like, fucking airlines make it seem. Sachi says it's 5 hours. Oh. I hope you have some good podcasts, especially going and driving that far and then flying is oof. Let's see, Strange Miniatures says it's how we did Dragon Con in Atlanta. Oh yeah, Dragon Con is the same weekend, I believe, most weekends. I way prefer PAX personally. I'm not a cosplay girly. I know a lot of cosplayers tend to go to Dragon Con, but it's also much more of a party con. It's more of a general convention. I'm not a huge fan of those personally because I don't watch a lot of content or get involved in a lot of fandoms. So things like anime are totally above my head. PAX is also just a lot more comfortable. The enforcers are the most amazing human beings ever. I can always wander around at my leisure. This one's nice and in the Pacific Northwest, which makes it cozy. There are also cosplayers at PAX as well, too. It's really nice to see them wandering around. They're also friendly. I believe Saturday or Sunday is usually the day for it, but it also stretches through September 1st this year, which is Labor Day. So maybe people are going to be hanging out on Labor Day and cosplaying. Usually people will have meetups and things like that as well. So for example, different community meetups or cosplay meetups where you can rent out a room or reserve a room and have people come in and just kind of hang out, take photos together. It's a lot of fun. Preservatory Gamer says, hello, excited to be at PAX this weekend. Just popping in here before streaming, but have a good stream. Have a good stream. Oh my gosh. Also, Shelly says, I guess I didn't finish the actual checkout according to Delta, even though I'm sure I got the email, but oh well, I can chill before I take on a short-term freelance job. Damn. Fucking Delta, dude. Have I told you guys about the time that I ate half a bug on a Delta flight? Emphasis on half, by the way. I did a healthy chomp through its torso and then realized what was happening, froze, and then politely hit the little like call button to get some help to get them to take it away from me. They were full on. I ordered a chicken sandwich and tucked into the lettuce part in the dead fucking center of this sandwich. Mind you, it was like on a croissant. It was like a chicken salad sandwich with like a layer of lettuce, and there was just a fucking beetle there. One of those beetles that come out of mealworms. And you know what's wild? Is after I hit the button, and I was like, hey, I'm so sorry, I think there's a bug in my sandwich. I was trying to be really quiet because I didn't want to alert anyone, but I full on saw the legs and I pulled out half a wing and a torso out of my fucking mouth. And Sangerlu says extra protein. Someone says Spirit Airlines calls out the protein option. God, I hate it. And I called the lady and I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry, I think there's a bug here. She's like, oh my God. Okay, can I get you anything else off the menu? And I was like, I don't think I want anything else off the menu. I was just trying really hard not to throw up at that point. I would have ordered vodka just to wash the taste out of my mouth, but they didn't have it. And it was strongly implied that they would have given it to me for free. So eventually I was like, I'll just take some cranberry juice because you guys don't have vodka. And I don't know, I'm okay. As I was leaving, as I was deboarding the plane, an hour later after we landed, this was on the way back from PAX East 2024. Horrible con, by the way. Well, for me, that was like a wild convention. There was a lot that happened, a lot of drama in the tabletop community. We don't talk about that con anymore. PAX East itself is amazing, though. This year was fantastic. Just personally, I had a rough time that time. On the way back, we deboarded. I got up. I walked down the aisle. The lady who took my sandwich is standing there, kind of like, making sure everyone goes off the plane. She's doing the whole like, oh, goodbye, have a great rest of your trip sort of thing, like get home safe, all those sort of pleasant goodbyes. She stops me and she goes, hey, for what it's worth, I think it was just a piece of parsley, so I think you're okay. And I was like, parsley with a fucking leg? In it, that was not parsley. I have tasted parsley before. There's no amount of parsley shouldn't even be on that sandwich. What do you mean it was parsley? Ah, Johnny, if it says I would have asked for a free flight. I'm shy. I didn't want to do anything about it, so I was like, oh, okay, thank you, and then I left. And then I just got my bag. I went home and I stared at a wall for an hour. I'm never having plain food again. Shelly says she tried to gaslight you. Exactly. She seemed so nice. I think I didn't. Oh, fuck me. I can't remember if I took a picture or not. I want to say I did. But of course I wasn't gonna post anything or be like icky on the internet about Delta flights, because that's not my lane. But man, oh my god, I'm 90% sure of a picture floating around somewhere that is definitely proof that it was not fucking parsley and it was a beetle. It was so suspiciously almond flavored fucking parsley. Anyway, enough about all that. I no longer want my ramen, man. Nate Cruz over on YouTube says, hello, first time catching you on stream, love your content, thanks for all the DMing ideas. Ah, thank you, I'm glad you like it. Also, Johnny says, Delta got you eating bugs, bro. I can successfully say I've eaten half a beetle for the, well, maybe like a quarter. I pulled out the little crunchy bits. Vlado Dracula also says, so this is why you just need a really good friend who knows that ain't right. Personally, I would have taken pictures. I should have taken pictures. I'm pretty sure I did. But it was also a night flight, and so the lighting wasn't good, and I didn't want to, like, I don't know, I didn't want to be messy. That's also why I was, like, really quiet about it when I was like, hey, I'm so sorry. I apologized to this lady, and I was like, I'm so sorry, I found a bug in my sandwich. I don't know why the fuck I said sorry. Anyway, Bobbing Sizzle says, so how do you feel about almonds now then? I haven't eaten one since. I also haven't eaten any bugs since, though, so that's a pretty solid, like, 2-year record. DVC said, true, that is ramen, like how Delta served you a raw bug. God damn it. Paul the Map Guy says, maybe you could send the pic to Delta and get some money back. There'd be, even if I had the pic, there'd be no way of proving that it was from Delta specifically, except for the fact that it was a chicken salad sandwich, but maybe other flights have chicken salad sandwiches as well. Demi over on TikTok says, did someone say Beetlejuice? Only once. And let's see, Demi also says, not the farewell gaslighting. She was nice. I think she was just trying to be reassuring. Didn't work. I know what I tasted. Here's the hydrate for you, Daydreamer. FTD Gamer says we can set a dono goal for the other half of the same bug. I might have to fly Delta again. I'm never ordering food on a Delta flight again, I can tell you that much. You know what's really good though? Fucking food-wise? Oh my god. The cookie, where is it? I passed it. I was talking about it earlier. The Cookie Brigade cookies. They're sold specifically in the tabletop section of PAX West. So it's gonna be in the, what's the building called? Yeah, the Summit Expo Hall, I believe, is where the tabletop stuff is. And Cookie Brigade is so fucking amazing. It's pay what you want. So it's like a little donation price, like charity event. And their cookies are amazing. When I tell you the flavors, oh my god. I don't often get excited about cookies. I'm genuinely looking forward to having these cookies again. They're so tasty. They're a little like, you know, nerd themed, and all of the proceeds go to charity. So it's quite nice. Oh my god, they have a Costco? Oh, they have a Costco parody shirt. I might get that. I don't think they sell that at the con. Maybe they do. I haven't checked. But for those who are here from the tabletop side of the community, oh my god, Shelly says Cookie Brigade cookies at PAX Sauce were so good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're so tasty for no reason. You wouldn't expect them to be that good, but they're so good. Also, Swickety Swick is here, cheering 300 bits, saying have some bits. I don't often catch stream, but let me tell you, when I consume your DMNT DRBG content, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that you like it. Thank you so much. I should post more. I think I have another post scheduled for after stream today. Paul the Map Guy says more like chicken invalid sandwich. I've yet to have a chicken salad anything since that experience. I'm traumatized. Here's Sphinx Stationery. Yeah, here we are. We also have Snowbright Studio. They do a couple of really cute little tabletops. They do Ink, which I have on my shelf. Scale to Geek Games are the ones who have, they do, here, let me just go to their site actually. They're really fucking cool. They do essentially like realistic scrolls from D&D and other tabletop games. They have a couple new ones since I last checked, but this is Goodberry, for example. And if you look at the runes, they do actually spell out the name of the spell. usually. And there is a way to decipher them. So this is Dissonant Whispers. They're double-sided, and they are genuine like paper scrolls that you can roll up and hand out as, you know, little trinkets to give to your party or little props. I personally use them as wall art because they are really fucking sick. So there's Dissonant Whispers, Unseen Servant, Thunderwave. The ones that are really cool are, yeah, here we go, the power words. Here is power word kill, power word pain, and power word stun. So they're really sick. They're really awesome artistic representations. Johnny says she didn't even hit you with Hakuna Matata. Oh my god, before making me eat a bug. What? Storyteller Squad, of course, amazing. The Gilded Tiefling does tea. There's a surprising amount of crossover when it comes to the like tabletop side of things and the tea side of. I guess it's just like cozy vibes, you know. I don't know these guys. Oh, I have seen them. RPG Stamps, Adventurous Tarot, Empress Deck, and Eldritch Overlord Cyberpunk Tarot. There are a lot of amazing artists in the tabletop space too. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. Norse Foundry, of course, Nomnivore Games, fantastic. My Nerd Life, Nick and Nikki are coming back. You guys remember them, right? They're the ones who donated the computer. They're absolutely fantastic. They did the gelatinous cube bag that I have. So that's a lot of what's happening. We also have the schedule here, which is, let's see where I am. Diana. I'm sure I'm on here somewhere. Monsterology 101. This is me. That's me. So me, Natalie, and the rest of the Storyteller Squad chat, including Annika, Andy, Nox, I don't believe I know, and then Jade I've met once at a party. They're absolutely wonderful human beings, and we're going to be creating a monster. So if you're going to be at PAX, check it out. It's going to be 6:30 to 7:30 at the Leaf Theater, which is in the same building as the rest of the tabletop stuff. And essentially, we sit down, we use our actual real-life experience. Andy properly has a PhD in shit. I have a zoology major that I haven't used in several years, but it's fine. We're going to see how it goes. And we're going to build a monster using actual real-world principles in a game like D&D. Then someone else is going to be drawing it as we describe it and design it. So that's always really fun. It actually like sold out at PAX East, which was amazing. Paul the Map Guy says gelatinous meat bag. I heard my name. My gelatinous cube pin bag. I have it. It's in my closet. I don't want to go grab it right now, but it's a really cool bag. Also, Miriak is here. Hey, saying in my D&D session this weekend, I tried to accept the blessing of Oral, even with a +8 con save. Oh God, Oral is, for those who are not aware, Oral is borderline a god or a goddess. She's got like a couple different, I guess like manifestations, but she is a goddess of like snow and things like that. Very fae vibes. She's the one who looks like the giant owl on the cover of, oh, what is it? Rime of the Frost Maiden. Like she basically is, yeah, she's spooky. They call her the Frost Maiden. Yeah, I was gonna say, this is her. Let's see. That's one of her images, but she has, this might look more familiar. Here we go. Little owl lady. That's fucking hard to do. Rime of the Frost Maiden is not a easy, not an easy module. So, you know, let's read on. Even with a +8 con save, the dice decided I was gonna be 2 under the needed save, so now my character is petrified frozen. That sounds right. That sounds pretty on par, not gonna lie. Let's see. Turbo says sounds so fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Oh my God. And I'm gonna spend fucking insane amounts of money on fucking Austin's shit again. Did I tell you guys? I did a brief little short about this for the members on YouTube. This is the reason I got into Magic the Gathering, by the way, is because Austin Hartel is such a great fucking artist. And he came up to me at a party and handed me a little, where is it? It's not here, but it's essentially like a, one of these tokens. Yeah, it's this one. This mana symbols token, which is so fucking pretty. Oh God, it's over there. I can't grab it right now, but it's printed on metal. And he just gave it to me. He's like, yeah, you can just have it. And I was like, oh my God, this is the prettiest thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. And then I proceeded to spend $130 on a deck that was worthy of it because his tokens are so sick. And then I came back to him and I'm like, hey, because of you, I ended up getting a, oh oh my gosh, a proper commander deck, and now I'm into Magic the Gathering, so thank you. And he's like, oh, what deck did you get? And I was like, oh, you know, I got this big like elf deck. She summons a lot of elves. It's like a mixed black and green deck. And she's like, oh, I know. He's like, oh, I know this one. This one summons a lot of elves. Why don't you have a second fucking token? And then he gave me an elf token. Again, prettiest thing I've ever seen, printed on metal. And now it just solidified the fact that I'm never getting out of this fucking hobby. So Sergeant Shenanigans says, tell us the name of the deck so we may judge you. It's, oh God, it starts with an A. It's, God, no, is it? No, it starts with an L. Lathril, that's it. So I single-handedly blame the dungeon artist for the reason I got into Magic the Gathering, and he's probably gonna be the reason I spend so much money on Magic the Gathering shit at PAX this year. I'll be sure to tell him that in person if I see him. I didn't realize he was coming. DBC said Elven Empire. I think that's it, yeah. Her lore, because of course I got into the lore, is the fact that she is, you know, she I guess is from a time before the elves split into two different factions. I think, potentially. Diang over on YouTube says, what is PAX? PAX is one of three different, technically four if you count Australia, 4 different conventions that happens every year that is based around tabletop games and video games and all sorts of nerddom. There's cosplay, there's guests, there's voice actors, there's video games, there's demos, there's some upcoming things, there's tabletops, there's competitions. It's all sorts of fun. The one that's coming up is PAX West, which is up in Seattle from August 29th to September 1st. After that is PAX Aus. For those who are in Australia, it's the only PAX in Australia. I love how they each have their own distinct, oh my God, I don't want, allow all, sure, you can have it, I trust you guys. It's the only PAX that actually happens in Australia, and it's over in Melbourne, so I'm gonna be there. It's in October, which will be fun. And then PAX Unplugged, which is in Philadelphia in November. It's the weekend before Thanksgiving, and so gonna be a lot of fun. PAX Unplugged is more my speed because it's specifically tabletop games, which is quite nice. But it makes it a lot more work for me also. So PAX West is a nice like vacation con for me, which is super fun. It's awesome. I like it. I love the PAXs so much. The team is really fucking nice too. The enforcers and also their media team. Shelly says, but also the weekend of the Philly Marathon. That is true. You kind of have to, a lot of us had to get housing way ahead of time this year. I think I got mine several months ago, before Gen Con. I'm pretty sure I got it before PAX East as well. Just did it all and did all of my planning for the year to get it out of the way. So, you know. Let's see. Oh my God, Night Paxton, hi! Saying they named PAX after me, Paxton. Hey Diana, this is Paxton from Our Brilliant Ruin. Hello! It's good to see you. Oh my God, hi. It's great to see you. Oh my gosh, are you guys gonna be at PAX? Are you guys gonna have any representation at any of them, either Unplugged or West? Because I'd love to say hi. Guys, everyone say hello to Night Paxton, who is here from Our Brilliant Ruin, Studio Hermitage specifically, which creates Our Brilliant Ruin. I talked about it briefly a couple times on the channel on YouTube. It was part of my Indie Games Showcase. I did a video for them recently, and I did one in the past as part of like an unboxing, because they sent me, to this day, one of the coolest like packages that I've ever gotten, just a little media kit. You're gonna be at Unplugged? Oh my God, amazing, hell yeah. Basically, if you guys like tabletop games that are specific to this like Gilded Age sort of vibe, has a lot to do with different levels of almost classes. There's like aristocracy, there's like working class, there's like the rebels on the outside, and also existential horror. It's got some, yeah, these guys, here we go. It's got this preternatural force called the Ruin that is encroaching upon a society that's essentially, some people are burying their head in the sand with it, some people are, you know, trying to carve out their own living amidst the ruin. It's a really cool game. It's got amazing world building too. So nice to see you. Thanks for saying hi. Oh my God, hello. We're doing a whole bunch of sessions at Unplugged. Amazing, hell yeah. Also newbie memes, hello, hello. And Real King Kong, great to see ya. Paxton says, thanks for the call out, much love. Oh my God, of course. Yeah, it's it's great to see you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Also newbie memes says, oh hey, we met at VidCon this year. Really? Oh man, hello, hi, great to see you. Hopefully VidCon went well for you. What day did we meet? I was a little out of it on the last day because I was like, it was very overwhelming. You showed up on my For You page? Oh man, oh God, oh man. It's always wild to see someone in the wild. Paul the Mac Guy says, Gilded Age plus existential horror is just real life in the US right now. It's nice to have role-playing games where we can actually have a semblance of control over our an oppressive faction class system and the horrors of the world. It's really cool though. You can deal with chimeras, you can deal with ghosts. Honestly, I almost wish that the monsters themselves were more heavily represented when it comes to like this brief bit of artwork that you see on the site, because it is, the monster design is so cool, and like the way that they convey horror and movement and like motion in their artwork is amazing. Oh, it's fantastic. Newbie Meme says, I met you with Ben and Forrest at the Hyatt. I'm Jonah. Anyway, have a great stream. Oh, hello. Oh my God, I remember the Hyatt. That was so much fun. Oh my goodness. Hello, hello. It's great to see you again. Hopefully you, I don't know if you're local, but hopefully you got home safe after, I mean, I'm assuming you got home safe afterwards if you're wandering around my chat. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. My social battery died like 3 hours ago. Vanilla Gorilla, hey, thank you so much for the sub with Prime. It's great to see you. And Night Pax says we have a monster killing video game we're announcing soon. I forgot about that. I forgot you guys were spreading out into the video game section. They also have an actual play, which is really, it won like several awards actually. They do cool stuff. And also their logo design, their like branding, it inspired me a little bit when I was getting my branding package commissioned, because I was like, they know what they're doing with the green and gold and like dark vibes. Anyway, Jordan wants me to hydrate, which I'll do in a sec. Vanilla Gorilla. Let me get you on the board. Let me make sure I get the numbers right. Van 1 LLAG 0 1. Oh my God. This is just the same thing 3 times. God damn it. Gorilla 52, perfect. Great, it's very stretched out and my whiteboard is so dirty from yesterday. I'm so sorry. Newbie Meme says, see you around. Thanks for lurking, thanks for hanging. Also, let's see, St. Andrew wanted me to breathe. I talk really fast, that's why that's there. And Shelly Von Miller says, I have one of the OBR shirts that I got last year from Gen Con and I absolutely love it because it's comfy. Dude, comfy merch is so important. If you guys ever buy some of my merch and you're like, actually this kind of sucks, like this is so itchy and scratchy and I would never wear this, please let me know and I'll take it off the store. I've quality checked most of it myself, but it got really expensive to do so after a while, so I didn't quality check stuff that's printed the same way, but if the quality ever changes, please let me know, I'll take it down. Nico is heading off. Have a great rest of your night, Nico. Drodan says, Diana and Clayton from Tarzan say gorilla the same. Wait, are you not, how am I supposed to say it? Gorilla? Not that Mexican. Let's see. What else are we talking about? We were talking about PAX. We were talking about Skeleton Key Games. We were talking about Cookie Brigade, Dungeon Artist, Austin. What else? We can also look at all of the events happening, because I haven't actually filled my schedule yet, which is crazy. I just have my one panel that I'm gonna be on. Also, Citruck, here is the posture check for you. St. Andrew's gonna lurk. Thanks, Andrew. And then Vanilla Gorilla says that's exactly what I thought. Wait, do I say gorilla weird? This is a new revelation for me. Do I say gorilla weird? Chat, reassure me. But PAX is a bunch of stuff. It's both tabletops and video games, like I mentioned, so you can do things like you can at pretty much every tabletop convention. There's paint and takes, there's learn to play games. Their schedule is also really nicely laid out. If you look at some other conventions, they're not nearly as nice. There's speedrun competitions. You can learn how to play Magic the Gathering. There's gonna be live plays of D&D. Some of them you can pay to get in. Some of them are adult only or 13 plus. Some of them are panels on things like how to be a proper content creator, how to do networking. I was on a networking panel last year. There's a Street Pass meetup. So if you want a Street Pass with a bunch of people at once, go for it. Let's see. Paul, the map guy, says you don't say gorilla weirdly. Wait, Captain Ron is coming to mind. Gorilla, not gorilla. That's the same word. Am I crazy? Also, Nate Cruz says, important question, what's your favorite kind of dice? Resin, plastic, or gem? Ooh. Resin, but only if it's a diorama die, the same way that Color Spray Creations does hers. I've looked at Color Spray Creations stuff before. Let me open yet another tab. Hold on. Color Spray Creations, but it's been a sec. She does these amazing, like, handmade, basically diorama type dice. She did the strawberry, the fruit series of dice. So she had like strawberries, she had oranges, she had dragon fruit. But the ones I absolutely love are these Chicken of the Woods ones that are, they properly look like a hollow made in a tree stump that has mushrooms growing out of it. I've always wanted these. They're always sold out. The ones that I do have from her is, oh gosh, it's somewhere around my apartment. It's one of my most prized possessions. I'll have to find it and show it off, but I'll also do a haul after I get back from PAX, because anytime I find dice that I don't already own with regards to like you know, style, you know? Like if I don't have a chonk dice, I usually like to pick one up. I have a porcelain set, but I don't have glow-in-the-dark sets, things like that. Then I try and pick one up and kind of like complete the collection a little bit. Oh my god, this one is just a mouth. Oh. Mildly uncomfy. Anyway. That boy Fable says gorilla versus gorilla? Are people supposed to say gorilla? Bro, I studied animals for 4 years in college. You're telling me it's gorilla and no one warned me? I thought it was gorilla. Oh, hold on. Google. Gorilla. Hold on, I'm playing this.
Gorilla. Gorilla.
This seems right. Am I wrong? No, it's just says, damn it, she's going to the source. Yeah, Google, show me this gorilla's pronunciation. Good God. Strange Miniature says, no, you're good, but if you go watch Captain Ron, you'll realize how funny this is. I've also never seen Tarzan. So, Blackstone Bureau, welcome in, hello, hello. Angus also says, are you doing many panels at PAX West, or are you not able to reveal that kind of thing yet? I've heard back about two panels. So I'm doing 2 panels, a meet and greet, and I can't remember what else. I think that's mostly it. I'll just be wandering, hanging with the locals. I am also potentially doing a couple of things while I'm down in Australia with some studios that exist down there and some companies that exist down there, just taking advantage of my time to pop in and do some guest stuff. That is still to be announced, though. Lucas says Dinah's confirming she's depriving herself of Phil Collins. Is that like a Tom Collins? You guys, I'm not good at knowing things. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Nate Cruz says, what is the name of that store again? Yeah, let's see, This is Color Spray Creations. One of my favorite dice makers ever. She did the, meat dice that went viral forever ago. So this is her portfolio. Yeah, this is so cool. Little bones inside and everything. The way it's got this like lattice cage, her geode dice, like she can do fucking anything. She's also a really nice human being as well. She's genuinely so sweet. She was at TwitchCon last year. Let's see, which one do I have? I think mine have butterflies in them. Bog of Bones is really cool though. I'm just a sucker for any like dice that have mossiness and a little bit of, is this it? No, this isn't mine. Mine's very similar to this though. Any dice that have like a green vibe and then skulls and shit like that inside. No wonder I play green and black deck in fucking Magic the Gathering. All her stuff is basically perpetually sold out as well. But it's me, Finn, says, question, what's your favorite D&D class and race? Easily Druid and Eladrin. I have yet to play an Eladrin Druid as a combo. I usually do Eladrin Rogue, actually. But I just like Eladrin a lot. I think they're cool. I like them a lot. Angus says, I have a tungsten D20 and I love throwing death saves with that thing or threatening to throw it at people. Hopefully it's an actual tungsten one too. I've heard a thing from some dice makers saying that some people will sell off like steel D20s as tungsten, even though they're not actually tungsten. So, Pit Wizard over on YouTube says Phil Collins is drummer from Genesis, very famous musician. You guys told me what was the other musician that we were talking about? Who like unalived himself, and we were talking about that. Was it a singer in Nirvana? I can't remember. Angus says it is. I bought it at PAX and compared it to the steel one they had. That's awesome. I like that they did that as well. It's good that they know and get ahead of that sort of thing. Anyway, Mr. Max Taylor's version, welcome in. Mr. Max Taylor's version. Lovely to have you. Thank you for being here. Strange Miniature says I'm so damn old. And also Phoenix Stigma says Rip Chester Bennington. Is that his name? Oh, Kurt Cobain. Yes. Yeah, right. Also, Big Brother DM says my favorite race is the Grimalkin, a psychic cat that lets me live on my Alice in Wonderland vibes. Wasn't the Grimalkin in Baldur's Gate 3? Or am I thinking of something else? A Grimalkin, also known as a Grey Malkin, is an archaic term for a cat. Oh shit, this is just a Wikipedia page. I didn't know this was an actual word that people used. It's associated with the devil and witchcraft. Okay, but what about in Grimalkin D&D? Grimalkin, a cat belonging to the Benaleus, a retired war wizard. Oh, it's a specific guy. It's a specific little dude. I opened my eyes at 9 o'clock to find Grimalkin standing on my chest, pressing his soft nose against my cheek to wake me, and giving my chin a quick lick with his tongue. One needs no water clock with Benaleus's brilliant menagerie. Aw. I love how most of this article just says that he regularly lays on this guy's lap. He occupied Benaleus's lap. This is cute. That's pretty adorable. He also has lore. Oh, crazy. Phoenix Sigma says, nah, Chester Bennington was the singer of Linkin Park. Oh my god, what was that one Linkin Park song that I was obsessed with it forever ago? It was really popular. It was the only one that really went mainstream. One or two of them. Chester Bennington was from Linkin Park. Like, Kurt Cobain was from Nirvana, like 20 years apart. Is he related to Natasha Bedingfield, or is that a totally different thing? I know this is a dumb question. Emotional Banana, welcome in, saying, because of your videos I tried D&D and I've been craving more of it like a drug since then. Yeah! Welcome in, welcome to the addiction. I'm so sorry for bringing you here, but at the same time, I'm not sorry in the slightest. Welcome in. Thank you for the fun new hobby I have now. Of course, I'm glad I could help. Emotional Banana, let me add you to the board as well. Thank you so much for being a sub. It's with a C, right? Yeah. No. Underscore. I swear I'll clean this whiteboard properly. In the end, maybe? I would... DBC said the only one that went mainstream. Oh god, did I say something wrong? Oh, fuck. Also, Nate Cruz. Hello, hello, welcome in. Saying, heading out for the night, glad I caught you live. Enjoy PAX West. I will. Hello, hello. And let's see. Howard says you are adorable. Thank you. I actually did my makeup properly today. Let's see what else. Big Brother DM says D&D is the best drug/cult ever. It really is. Or just any TTRPG in general. One of the videos that I'm filming today, when I get a chance, is going to be the, oh my gosh, the, kind of like the small business indie tabletop game showcase. And in this case, indie is basically like anything that's not Wizards of the Coast, just because Wizards of the Coast is such a big name in the space. But at the same time, I'm happy that they're there in the sense that they could be a good gateway drug for people to try other tabletop game systems as well. You know, system doesn't really matter. We're just here to play. But yeah. It's me, Finn, says my current D&D character is a British dragonborn druid that steeps and drinks tea to gain his effects. Ah, that'd be so sick. And especially because it'd be easy to share too. Can you imagine a good berry tea? Oh, like a good berry iced tea? Oh. Hookshot says Indie is not Wizards of the Coast or Paizo, right? Basically, yeah. I would also, I mean, in my case, it's literally just like telling people, hey, other, TTRPGs exist. I'm still a D&D girly and a dread girly. And also like a billion other things. Like knowing that other systems exist and what they excel at is really important, so that way you're not complaining when you decide, oh hey, we want to play a sci-fi game and D&D isn't really good about sci-fi, at least with the lore that's present and things like that. It's good to have them in the back of your mind and have at least awareness of them, and awareness is all I'm aiming for. So Emotional Banana says I've played Troika recently and it was a lot of fun. It's actually, I've never heard of it. But let's see, Johnny Infamous says Linkin Park was literally one of the most mainstream bands in the world. There's literally like 3 to 5 songs off each album that went really mainstream. Ew. Are we talking like 90s though? Because that was before I was born. I'm so sorry in advance for not being born after the 90s. I can't help it. Paul the Map Guy says we need to have a new version of diners, drive-ins, and dives, but instead of promoting little local restaurants, it promotes little TTRPG vendors and businesses. Yeah, I mean, that's essentially what I've done. Let me hop over to YouTube. Not to self-promote, because I'm sure half the people who are watching this have seen this already, but me, oh my god, it goes to my current stream, which is crazy. Diana of the Rose, indie, maybe that'll bring up the indie TTRPGs. It's my old shit. Where is it? I'll just go to my channel. Fuck it. So if we go over here to my actual long form videos, there's part 1 of rapid fire overviews of non-D&D TTRPGs. If you just want to get to the gist of it, this was all kicked off by the fact that someone made a really shitty Polygon article about the fact that indie TTRPGs aren't putting their names out there, so I was like, fuck it, I'll do it myself. And so I basically go through, I spend like no more than really 5 minutes on every game. I state the title, who makes it, what system it uses, because a lot of them actually do use the same system, so they're that much easier to learn, and then also keywords. So like it's a horror game, or it's based on a podcast, or this is the setting, or this is what it's good for. It's good for, small parties. It's good for one-shots, things like that. I think, oh my god, I forgot I also talked about the teeth that just randomly are on my headboard. Yeah, so it's good for one-shots. It's goofy. You have an evil-lined PC. It's like full-on just the quickest possible overview and then links to get all of them. I'm not paid for any of this, but if you're looking at indie TTRPGs, I've done this, I think 2-3 videos in a row now. And I just go through and I tell you, oh my god, you might have heard this name before. Here's what it actually is. Here's a flip through of the book. Here's what it's, yeah, I don't know. I'm really proud of this series. So here is part 3, and part 4 is coming out hopefully this week, hopefully before I leave for PAX. So, Follow That Guy says, what you're saying is you're aspiring to be the Guy Fieri of TTRPG stuff. It's really great and beneficial what you're doing. And not so much the Guy Fieri, because I feel like he's a critic and I'm not a critic. I'm just spreading the word. That's it. I don't know a lot about these games in depth, and I specifically say, like, hey, if you want to learn more, go look at the games yourself. Here's the link. It's more just to pique your interest, not give you an overload of info, but just to be like, hey, oh, you're looking for a sci-fi game? Here's 3 of them. Here's a brief overview of all of them. Check it out. So, I don't know. Pit Wizard said, Dinah, your unawareness of pop culture music is very funny. I can relate though. I know. I listen to the same like 3 songs over and over, and they're all from Rufus Du Sol. Let's see. Hookshot says, Dinah's the TTRPG town crier. Hear ye, more TTRPGs. Basically, yeah. It's also just a promotion of small businesses, and with TTRPGs in general, there's a lot that has to go into. I'm gonna get on a soapbox here, but only for a second, I swear. A lot of TTRPG stuff has strong links to emotional development, social development, mental health, positive, just general outcomes, and the ability to safely explore yourself through gaming. So having more options and lowering barriers to doing that, even if it's as simple as someone being like, oh, I don't really like D&D, it's really complicated. Me being able to come in and be like, hey, here's something that's like D&D, but way less fucking complicated. Try Shadow Dark. Or, oh, you like the roleplay side of it? Here's something that's like D&D, but really heavy into the roleplay, and you don't have to do that much combat, and it's not crunchy. Or even, here's something that's nothing like D&D, because clearly you tried it and hated it. Try this instead. It's just a lot of, hey, consider this, consider the following, and trying to get people to at least be aware of the options that are out there, so they don't just think, oh, TTRPGs, so what, you play D&D? I'm like, no, I mean, you can, and D&D is great, don't let anyone tell you otherwise, but I don't know, there's other options, and you should choose whatever appeals to you, or fits the scenario you want to run, because TTRPGs are, I believe, inherently pretty fucking solid, and really good for your brain, so. Jay Hawking says, don't like learning rules. Here's paranoia. Knowing the rules is against the rules, so have fun. Jeff and the Wise also says, have you tried Daggerheart? I haven't tried it yet, but I'm scheduled to do a game here soon, which should be really fun. Actually, I believe Devin from Start Playing, who is an amazing human being, should be joining me as well, and it's run by Sean, who moderated the panel I did at Gen Con very recently. They're an amazing human being. So I'm actually gonna be able to get in and start playing it. It's been a while since I've had the press kit. I haven't had a chance to learn it, only because I've been busy, unfortunately. So Swifty Slandy, hey, and also Cody, welcome back for your 5th month of being a supporter. Hello. Let me get you on the board as well. KODY_KM. Oh, lovely to have you. Thanks for being a sub. We also have Draconia says, didn't you know there was a Transformers TTRPG? I have it, but I haven't had a chance to try it yet. I did not know that. I knew about like Eldritch Automata, which is a mech-based TTRPG that's with Eldritch Horror. I didn't know Transformers was a thing. If Shia LaBeouf is not a playable character, I don't want anything to do with it. I also have Howard Moonlight, who says, any good ones for my son? Any TTRPGs for a kid who's almost 6? Ooh, that is a good question. I don't have a lot that are good for kids. One that I would recommend is Cottages in Cerberus. It's very simple, it's designed to be family friendly, and it's very like, almost cottagecore, where you can build your own, oh my god, what do you call it? Your own village, essentially, and it's like a cross between Stardew Valley and Monster Hunter, but more for kids. So that might work. I would also, let's see, Adventuring Family is also made for developing children, but it's also very much geared towards development in a way that it's designed for neurodivergent kids, so it might not have the exact spin you're looking for. Lucas says, actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. And Genshazam says, I played Eldritch Automata Quick Start one-shot. I'm excited for the official release. Yeah, they gave me their Quick Start, which was quite nice of them. Also, Jeff in the Wise says, there's also an Alien TTRPG based on the movie. Yeah, so that's produced by Free League. I don't have it, I don't believe. Alien TTRPG. but I've heard amazing things. Like, more amazing, the amount of positive hype that the Alien TTRPG has made me want to actually watch the Alien movies, because people say it's fucking fantastic. I'm usually not super into spacey games, but I can imagine that, especially because I don't really do a lot of horror shit when it comes to video games and movies, that this would be a good way to still experience horror and alien horror and the franchise's lore without actually getting jump scared by the movie. So I've heard really good things about it, essentially, is what I'm saying. Swifty Slandy, hey, welcome in. Good to see you. Hello, let me get you on the board. Thank you for being a subscriber. Welcome back. Swifty oh no, just no underscore. Slandy. DY. Lovely to have you. Hello. Again, Shazam also says the first episode of the new Alien prequel show was really interesting. I need to watch more. I don't think I've seen it. Also, Howard Moonlight says Cerberus. Yes, that's the one. Cottages in Cerberus is Cerberus. Here we go. It's a very cozy, like, this is the vibe. And it's very like Monster Hunter style. It's also designed to be incredibly simple, very much simplified, which is why I say that they're good for kids. I don't know a lot about kids though. I am famously child free, so you have to test it and see for yourself. But yeah, Swifty says, been watching for a couple years on different platforms. Always wanted to play D&D, but I get my fill from watching you. Keep up the good work, dude. Thank you. Highly recommend it. If you get the chance, you should look at your friendly local game store and see if they have any like little one-shots you can pop in on, and things like that. Draconia says, I'm not kidding. The creators made the Transformers TTRPG cross-compatible with 2 others they made, G.I. Joe and Power Rangers. What? You can illegally have Optimus Prime fight the Megazord while Sergeant Slaughter shoots them both. It sounds insane and I want to do it. That sounds fucking wild. What publisher is this? Who is making this? Hold on. I can type. Transformers TTRPG. I had my fingers on the wrong letters. The Transformers role-playing game. Oh, it's Renegade. Oh, I remember when they made the, yeah. Renegade is usually at PAX too. They might be here this year. But they are a publisher that also does, yeah, I've seen the Power Rangers, like TTRPG. I've heard it's actually really good. Like the official TTRPG. I don't have a whole lot from them specifically though. Kids on Bikes is done by Hunters Entertainment. Usually if I buy something from them, it comes from the creator directly as opposed to like a third party like Renegade. That being said, I've heard really good things about, I talked to someone who's behind the Welcome to Night Vale TTRPG that was just showing here. Where is it? Here we are. Which is fucking cool that they're doing that. I think that's awesome. Especially, I don't know, the growing popularity of podcasts being turned into TTRPGs is fantastic. Okay, here's the posture check for you, Chippy. You got 5 on it. Hello! And Heartbeat Dice, hello, good to see you. Genshazam says, oh cool, so it's kind of like comics that they've been doing that have had Transformers crossover with G.I. Joe. These are all IPs that I have zero familiarity with. Mirax says, I played an alternative Kids on Bikes. We changed it to Kids on Brooms and made it all magic-y. Yeah, Kids on Brooms is a thing, Kids on Bikes is a thing. Wait, did you say you like made it yourself into Kids on Brooms, or is it like you did because there's an official Kids on Brooms, I believe. John Infamous also says, my current players have been exploring an island for over a month that's been completely inspired by the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, and so far none of them have caught on. I've even given them morphing suits. Dude, players never pick up on that sort of shit. It's the funniest thing ever. Either way, Draconic Storyteller says, and a Kids in Space. Yeah, so if we go to, here, hold on, Hunters Entertainment. They do a bunch of different books. Kids on Bikes is the biggest one. They also have Alice is Missing, which I bought from the Gehenna booth recently. But yeah, Teens in Space, Kids on Brooms, and Kids on Bikes are their absolutely most popular ones by far. Oh shit, they also did Outbreak Undead. I didn't know about that. Oh, there's Becca. I love how half the time that I look up a how to play for any game ever, TTRPG or not, it's always Becca. She's so nice in person, by the way. Holy shit. Genuinely like the nicest human being I've met in the space. But yeah, they have a bunch of cool stuff. And there she is again. Anyway, Jordan says exactly why you shouldn't feel bad stealing ideas wholesale for your games. Yeah, exactly. Swifty Slandy says, did anyone see the guy Doug that did the AI D&D one-shot? Not a big fan of AI, but came out as a really entertaining series. Oh my god, I tried to do... So I helped out a friend of mine with a video to prove just how fucking awful AI is as a DM or as a series of players and how it's not a replacement for an actual game. It ended up being really fucking funny how disastrous it was. It's over on Sloan Running's channel on YouTube. Great watch. Terrible to live through though, holy shit. Let's see. Draconic Storyteller says, are you familiar with the D&D and Castle folks? Yes, I am on their DM mailing list. I haven't had time to be able to skip out there and actually DM for them, but I'm on their short list to be able to go out at some point. I actually experienced their Ohio castle, the Mohican, which is really fun, honestly. It was a solid little experience, a nice little week-long getaway, and I met some really awesome people there. Zach the Bold went with me. We just happened to be signed up for a media familiarity trip at the same time. We ended up at the same table. Same with Meadow Lawson, who won a Crit Award this year, by the way. Fucking amazing human being. She's so much fun. She's a fantastic player, too. Holy shit. And Emotionless Records says, are you more of a DM or a player? Absolutely a DM. I have control issues, so that would be why. Anyway, I should probably skedaddle. I'm gonna end stream like a couple minutes early today, only because the fact that I haven't eaten is starting to wear down on me and I'm feeling slightly nauseous, so I'm gonna skip a couple minutes early. Also, Cash Cow says, I'm still waiting for the day that you're like, I'm running a game, who wants to play? Dude, I don't think I can. That's not something I would ever do publicly, I'll put it that way, unless I'm on start playing and trying to make a proper living out of it. But Blackstone Bureau says, do you accept dice donations? Would love to send some your way. Yeah, always. Oh my god, yeah, if you guys ever send me anything, I will feature it in my unboxing series as well. The unboxing series isn't my most popular on TikTok, but it goes to the widest audience, and it's always nice like doing little mail calls and things like that. 500 says the strategic zoom was perfection and subbed with Prime. Thank you, you got 5 on it. Thanks for being here. You got 5 on it. Welcome to the board of subscribers for the day. Lovely to have you. Draconia says I would give my whole paycheck to play at your table. That's the problem. The demand would be insane, and I also don't feel like I can live up to it at this point. So. Anyway, Blackstone says, yay, free dice. Oh, thank you. Oh my god, if you're serious, that'd be so cool. Are you kidding? Oh, that'd be really sweet of you. Holy shit. Anyway, let's see. Do we have anything else to wrap up? I guess the quick thing is, oh yeah, Emotional Banana says, can you link the site that you were looking at with the dice? I didn't catch it, I need to go shopping. Yeah, so this is, where is it? Color Spray Creations. I will say since her dice are essentially like little dioramas, I'll put it in chat, they are almost perpetually sold out. You can find her at conventions though, usually, and they are very fancy, but they're also incredibly high quality handmade type things, so it makes sense. She's also just a wonderful human being. She was nominated for a Crit Award, so it's always quite sweet. 5 says you can call me 5, it'll be easier in future interactions. You got it. Let's see. Swifty Slaney says, yeah, wrap up a nice burrito. Don't make me hungry, dude. I legit had to like pause for a second about 5 minutes ago. I'm gonna have to look back at the recording to see how it looked. I genuinely thought I was gonna vomit. It's also like a consequence of being on sertraline is that like your nausea just kicks the shit out of you. Blackstone Bureau says I know them, they're a good bean. Ah, amazing, dude. I love how all the dice makers know each other. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, she's an absolute sweetie. And I hope she comes back to TwitchCon as well. They're wonderful. Let's see, Nostra says your ramen is right there. It's cold and also kind of spacey. So I don't know. Draconic says I'm attending the DMU in January. DMU. Trying to figure out who to do the one-on-one office hours with. Any recommendations? The DMU. The DMU. I'm unfamiliar with that. Are you talking about like a DM university? Like a teaching thing? Oh man, I have no idea who's even there. Dungeon Master University with D&D Castle? Oh! It depends on who's there. D&D in a Castle, Dungeon Master University. Highly recommend Jaden, and if B-Dave is there, you should absolutely talk to B-Dave. They're both amazing human beings. Yeah, Mark Meir sometimes goes as well. Professor Monica, oh, that's cool. Clint McElroy, hell yeah. Hunter fell from start playing. Yeah, I mean, it looks like they all have their own areas of expertise. I will say B-Dave has amazing glowing reviews, so I always love B-Dave. Shelly says they just announced that. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. There is no one I hate on this list. Kelly D'Angelo is gonna be there. Oh, amazing. I like recognizing all these names, you know, but I'm glad. Mike Tinney I'm unfamiliar with, actually. I feel like I've run in the same circles as Keith, but haven't quite run into each other yet. Yeah, I don't know. I would just say who's fun, I guess. This is a cool little system. I like this. Huh. Hell yeah. Anyway, I think that's all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will have a normal stream as scheduled tomorrow. I might have to leave early tomorrow only because I'm going to be packing for PAX Unplugged. If you're going to be there, once again, 6:30 to 7:30 on, I believe it's Saturday. I already forgot. It's either Saturday or Sunday. Is going to be the panel that I'm on, the Monsterology panel, where you get to see me use my degree for like the first time in fucking forever. Shelly says, and B-Dave has his own TTRPG coaching series, as he should. He's been doing D&D Castle and professional DMing for longer than I think anyone I know. He does almost every single castle. He does an obscene amount of them every year. And his when I was at D&D Castle, he was DMing a different table, and his table had such glowing reviews about him. So Jordan says the panel was amazing at PAX East. Highly recommend it. Ah, yay! I'm glad you like it. I'm gonna send you guys, if you're watching on Twitch, over to a friend of mine. Let me see who's on. Let's talk to Concho. Concho's still working on his partner push. I know I've rated him a lot recently, but partner pushes are genuinely really time sensitive and really serious. So I'm gonna send you guys over to him, so that way you can lurk in his channel a little bit, and hopefully we can get him to partner as a friend of mine before the Twitch, or I guess before the deadline, before TwitchCon. Also, is that Dr. Fat Shady? Hi! Holy shit, thank you so much for the, is that 20 gifted subs? Oh my god, thank you! That is insane! Oh my god, wait, let me add your name to the board before the raid automatically starts. Dr. Fat Shady. I'm gonna draw it times 20. That is amazing. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. That truly helps the community out a lot. It helps me out a lot, especially as we approach the con. But amazing. It's wonderful to see you. Thank you so much. Dr. Fat Shady says last minute snipe. Thanks for coming into the last minute. Also, Cloud Envy, thanks for being here. If you're watching on TikTok right now, this is where I say goodbye. If you're watching on YouTube, I will see you tomorrow and Thursday. And if you're watching on Twitch, be sure to hang out in Concho's channel. Be sure to lurk, even if you have to tab out and do another thing in a separate tab. It helps him out a lot. I used to be in that partner push, so I know how it is. And I will see you guys all tomorrow at 5 o'clock Pacific time for another regularly scheduled stream where we might play some games, we might answer your questions about TTRPGs, might just hang out, might just have fun, might fuck around, might make some mistakes, might find out who Linkin Park actually is. Who knows? Bye-bye.